Prince William appeared as a surprise guest on Cate Blanchett's environmental podcast alongside clean technology entrepreneur and climate activist Danny Kennedy. The Duke of Cambridge spoke about his continued efforts to preserve our clean waters, reduce global warming and save animals, as well as recognise those making strides in the environmental space with his Earthshot Prize in the latest Climate of Change episode. William also credited his dad Prince Charles and grandfather Prince Philip for sparking his quest to find solutions to save the natural world after constantly surrounding him with adventure. Earthshot Prize, launched by Prince William and the Royal Foundation of the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, is the world's most distinguished. Winners receive £1 million to continue their environmental initiatives. In the podcast, William said he wanted to focus on scaling up the inaugural winners and wanted more solutions to repair the planet, led by women and indigenous communities from the 2022 nominees. The Duke said his appreciation of the natural world was piqued by his father and grandfather's passion for it, and described boyhood memories of climbing trees, digging ditches and being out in the wild and wet. The future king also revealed the run-up to the first awards ceremony for his environmental Earthshot Prize was terrifying, but thankfully the event passed without too much of a hitch. William chatted on the Climate of Change podcast from Audible, hosted by Blanchett, a member of the Earthshot Prize Council or judging panel, and climate entrepreneur and activist Danny Kennedy, who nominated a number of projects for the competition. When the Australian actress said he appeared quite hopeful that we may be able to work our way out of what seems to be a crisis, the Duke replied by quoting Christiana Figueres, chair of Earthshot's board of trustees, saying he felt like a stubborn optimist. He added, "She gives me a lot of hope that this can happen, and I believe it, and I'm seeing it with my own eyes. It's really inspiring, it's really hopeful, and I do believe we can make huge strides." The same way the Earthshot for me is a team game, and as you know, Kate, I said that to the Prize Council members, to all of you. It's everyone doing their bit and helping and supporting what we're trying to do. It's all of us in it together. In the same collective spirit, it would be great if we could tackle climate change and environmental things the same way. I really do think it can be done in much quicker time than we anticipate, because the solutions are out there. There are real solutions to these problems. The inaugural Earthshot Prize ceremony was staged last October at Alexandra Palace in London. The ceremony saw £1 million in prize money presented to each of the 5 category winners: protect and restore nature, clean our air, revive our oceans, build a waste-free world, and fix our climate. And organisers have said if their ideas are realised by 2030, it would improve life for all. Nominations have opened for the 2022 Earthshot Prize being staged in the US, but the Duke said they have yet to decide which city will host it, and he was keen to get a wider representation of nominees. He said, "What I love to see personally is I'd like to see more women-led solutions and more indigenous community-led solutions. But these next 9 months, what we've got to really focus on is the scaling of the 2021 winners and finalists. That's what's really important to us. That's the game-changing nature of what the Earthshot Prize is about." Last month, the Duke travelled to the Bahamas, where he visited the winners of the Revive Our Oceans category, the Coral Vita project, which grows coral on land to replant in oceans, giving new life to dying marine habitat. Asked about his interest in the natural world, he said Sir David Attenborough's documentaries have revealed that there was a wider world out there to explore when he was younger. He added, "And I think my grandfather, my father, both kind of having a deep passion and interest in this area for many years has sort of piqued my interest and my curiosity. So, growing up, I was surrounded by kind of this adventure and this idea of exploring and being out in the garden. I used to spend hours climbing trees, digging ditches and all sorts of things, hiding in dens and all sorts round the garden. So I used to love being out in the sort of wild and the wet." Joining the wider climate of change lineup of guests are other recognisable names, including Oscar-winning filmmaker Adam McKay, Don't Look Up, Grammy Award-winning electronic music artist Imogen Heap, who composed the soundtrack to the series alongside biologist, filmmaker and sound recordist Dan O'Neill, and founder of the Green Carpet Challenge, filmmaker and environmental and social justice activist Livia Firth. All three join Cate and Danny in the final episode of the series, Culture of Change, which spotlights film and the wider arts, to ask how the industry can really make a difference through storytelling and beyond.